In this video, I want to show you some examples of companies who have built a good brand very successfully. And I've selected three companies that I think present their brands very well. The first one is Apple, and you can see here their website at apple.com. And Apple started life in the 1970s making personal computers, and they soon gained a reputation for quality. Their computers were considered to be very good. But on the downside, they were also considered to be very expensive, and there was only a limited amount of software that you could get to run on them. And so they sort of lost out in the home computer market to some of the PC models that ran software by Microsoft. But of course they reinvented themselves years later with these very high-tech gadgets, things like the iPod, the iPhone, the iPad. Now you've got the iWatch, and what they really do is they've now positioned themselves as a premium brand. They are an aspirational brand. They're a brand that you buy because you can afford it, and that means that they are now one of the world's most successful companies. They also have a very healthy balance sheet, which probably wasn't the case when they were trying to compete one-on-one with lots of other computer companies in the home computer market. Next one I want to show you is Coca-Cola. And Coca-Cola has become an aspirational brand. It's gone on from being just a refreshing soft drink that you drink because you're thirsty and it tastes nice. They've actually gone on to position themselves as being part of a lifestyle, as you can see from their current slogan, Open Happiness. You've got the iconic Coca-Cola logo, which I'll talk a bit more about in another video. You've got their unique shaped bottle, which is also part of their branding. And you've got the fact that Coca-Cola has become something that people drink because they want to. It's something that people drink because they feel that it fits in with their lifestyle. It's not, like, as I was saying earlier, something that you drink just because you're thirsty. And this is all down to the way that they've positioned their brand. It's all down to their advertising campaigns. It's all down to the fact that they make sure that their signage is seen in supermarkets, in trendy cafes. It's seen by the roadside. It's seen on storefronts, and it's seen all over the world, all the different regions where they operate. And the fact that they've been going for a long time, and the fact that they've been able to sort of have a lot of saturation advertising, so that Coca-Cola becomes the go-to brand in this particular niche. One other one that I want to show you is Land Rover. And Land Rover started out life as a division of the Rover car company, which later on went on to become part of the now defunct British Leyland Group. And the original Land Rover was a cheap and easy to maintain four-wheel drive vehicle, which was popular with farmers and with the British Army. These days, of course, Land Rover is a brand in its own right, and it's, like Coca-Cola, is an aspirational brand. And you can see the sort of things here that they do. Let me just scroll down a bit further, and you can see the sort of vehicles that they have. And it's now positioning itself as a premier type of vehicle. It's something that costs a lot of money. It's something that is reliable. It's something that is, as it says here, the pinnacle of refined capability, and it's something that people will aspire to. It's another premium brand, and a lot of that is down to their brand positioning. It's down to their advertising. It's down to the fact that people want to associate themselves with the sort of lifestyle that having a Land Rover represents. And so that's something to think about when you're trying to position your brand, as to do you want it to become an aspirational brand? Do you want people to think about the sort of lifestyle that having your product associating themselves with your brand is going to bring them? And that is the secret to a lot of success when it comes to branding.